Now our third step is to pick the statistical test we will use. In this scenario, we'll be applying a two-tail test. This is a good test based on the alternative hypothesis we selected. The two-tail test gets its name because we're rejecting the null if it falls on either of our two tails. The areas colored in orange each contain 2.5% of all expected samples. Together, they contain 5% of all expected samples. If you recall, 5% is our alpha value. The area in the middle is our confidence interval. It contains 95% of all expected samples. 95% of the time, we'd expect our results to fall within the confidence interval, assuming the null hypothesis is true. If our sample falls outside that level, in the orange area, then the odds of our samples being different due to pure randomness is low. This would only be expected to happen 5% of the time. So if our result falls outside the confidence interval, we'll reject the null hypothesis and conclude the difference is more than randomness. If it falls within our confidence interval, we fail to reject the null hypothesis. In addition to the two-tailed test, there is a one-tailed test. With the one-tailed test, we only reject the null hypothesis if it falls to a specific side which we state in our alternative hypothesis. We didn't state a preference for either side in our alternative hypothesis, so this test isn't appropriate, but we'll explore a one-tailed test example later.